Hi friends, today I'm going to share a story with you. I'm not sure if you've heard it before. It's called The Night Before, The Night Before Christmas. And our author is Natasha Wing and our illustrator is Mike Lester. Now, we've been talking a lot about who a main character in a story is, so that's who the book is mostly about. There's going to be some other characters in the story too. And we've also been talking about the setting of a story is where the story takes place. So it could be in a house, it could be in the woods, it could be in the pool in the middle of summer, if that's where the story is. So we're going to be listening for that, where the story takes place. But now we're also going to add a little bit more. Besides where the story takes place, we're going to see if we know when the story takes place. Now, when I say the word when, it could be a time of day, so it could be morning, afternoon, nighttime. If I say when, it could be a season like summer or fall or winter or spring, or it can even be holidays during the year. So it could be Valentine's Day or Easter or Christmas or Halloween. So let's pay close attention to when this story takes place. And we'll also talk about where, and maybe there's going to be some main characters in here too. All right, so now here's the next thing. When I say the night before Christmas, well, the night before Christmas is Christmas Eve. But this story is the night before that, which is actually today. Today is the night before Christmas. So that's why I saved it for us to watch today or to read together today. All right, so here we go. The night before Christmas. Oh, my pages are stuck together. Oh, there's my title page. Look at what they're doing there. What's Dad doing? Looks like he's putting the Christmas tree onto the car. Now look at that Christmas tree. What do you notice about it? Wait, it looks like all the needles are falling off already. It kind of looks a little bit bare. Maybe some of our trees look that way already, huh? All right, here's what it says. 'Twas the night before Christmas. With too much to do, our tree wasn't up yet, and Mom had the flu. Oh no, this kind of seems like this is happening right now to some families, the flu and the coronavirus. I hope your family is nice and healthy. All right, so if we look at that first picture, so far where is the story taking place? Is it in the woods? Is it in a backyard? Is it at school? Probably in their house, right? What was my clue when I looked at that picture? Her bed, probably. And if Mom has the flu and she's in bed, she's probably at her own house, right? Yeah. Oh boy, look at this. Our cookies were burned. There were presents to wrap. Mom sniffled. What I need is a long winter's nap. Oh, I feel that way sometimes. Oh boy. All right, so where are we right here in this picture? What do you think? Are we back in the bedroom still? What do you think? Probably the kitchen, right? She's got the stove and she's baking the cookies, or burning the cookies, right? Yeah. But instead, we drove miles to go get our tree. Last week there were millions, but now there were just 3. Ooh, so the setting's changing a little bit. So first they were home, now where are they? And this even says, Jolly's Christmas Trees. They're going to a tree farm to cut down a Christmas tree or to pick a Christmas tree. So they're leaving their house. Looks like they're over here in the car. All right, so if I'm thinking when this story takes place, let's first look. Is it morning, afternoon, or nighttime? What do we think about that? Maybe morning or afternoon. It's not really dark yet, so I'm not going to say nighttime, even though it could be nighttime when it's still light out, but usually around winter time it gets dark pretty early. So we know the time of day is maybe morning or afternoon, Is there a certain season or maybe a certain holiday that's going on? Christmas. So it's probably the start of winter time. Christmas is coming. So that's when this story takes place. Dad tied the tree to our car. This will just have to do. Mom nodded glumly like this, really sadly, and sneezed. Achoo! Oh, people never do this. Remember? Achoo, we cover with our elbow. We dragged in our tree through the front door. It dropped half its needles all over the floor. Oh boy, look at all those needles all the way in the front door. That really happens sometimes, and then you got to get the vacuum or the shop vacuum cleaner and suck them all up. That's my job. Just then, Patrick pointed to something quite shocking. Oh no, there were holes in everybody's stockings. Oh no, what's going to happen if there's holes in the stockings? Everything's going to fall out on the floor, hopefully not into the fire. All right, so friends, where is the story again? First we were home, then we went to the tree farm. Now where are we? Back at the house again, huh? I could tell by the chimney and the fireplace, and in the last page, it said how they were back home again, right? All right, so the setting bumped around a little bit, but it looks like it might be back at the house now. Instead, we hung socks by the chimney with care. I hoped that St. Nick would fill up my spare. Spare is an extra. Things will get better, I thought, as I crawled into bed. Maybe visions of sugar plums will dance in my head. Instead, I lay wondering, gazing up at the moon. What on earth is a sugar plum? Is it a candy or a prune? Has anyone ever thought that? What is a sugar plum? I'm guessing it's a type of plum. I actually don't know, but I'm kind of thinking it's a type of plum. All right, so they're back at their house again. This time he's in his bedroom, right? Let's see what happens now. Early the next morning, I woke up from a dream. Careful, Harold, I heard my mom scream. Out on the lawn, there arose such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see Dad on a ladder. He was stringing up lights on the rooftop and gutters, outlining the railings, the windows, and the shutters. All right, so Dad's outside putting up lights. Looks like it's back to morning time. He went to bed at nighttime. I think I said he. That looks like that's a she now that I'm looking. I guess I must have missed that. It's a she, and I think I've been saying he. I'm so sorry. She or he doesn't have a name, so I guess I missed that one. When he plugged in the cord, not a single light lit. Did we have extra bulbs? Yes, but none of them fit. Oh, that has to be so frustrating. So off to the mall our family did drive. When Dad saw the crowds, he gasped, "Sakes alive!" That must be a phrase. I've never said that before. Oh boy, so now they left their house. Where did they go? To the mall. That's kind of strange. I feel like maybe they would go to Home Depot or Lowe's if they needed some Christmas lights. I don't think I would go to the mall, but maybe Walmart or Target. We searched every store. All the lights were sold out, but I found something for Grandpa, Silly Gilly the trout. It must be some type of fun fishing, I don't know, like a fishing box maybe for Grandpa. Finally, all done with our last minute shopping, we flew past the food court without even stopping. But I want to see Santa, Patrick said with a whine. We pushed through the crowd. Wow, what a line. Holy moly, look at this line. I don't think that would happen nowadays, not with the virus. We shouldn't be standing that close together, huh? Not safe. It wrapped around the corners and down the first floor, then wound through the kids' clothing and out the front door. Ooh, would you be able to use your self-control if you were waiting in that line for a long time? That might be really hard to keep your self-control and to make sure you are calm and patient. Whew. You could do it though. After waiting for hours, at last our big chance, Santa roared, ho, ho, ho. Then Pat wet his pants. Oh no, the baby had an accident. Let's go home, we all cried, Mom, Patrick, and me. Even jolly old Dad sighed and said, I agree. All right, so they're leaving the mall and they're heading back home. So on the way home, we sang the Jingle Bell song. All the while I was thinking, nothing else could go wrong. When what to our wondering eyes should appear but a gigantic mess? That much was clear. The tree was knocked over, my snow globe was shattered, ornaments were broken, and tinsel was scattered. Oh boy, look at that mess. Oh, and the tree hardly has any needles left. Bad kitty, I shouted. Then Mom started to weep, that's cry. Christmas is ruined and I need some sleep. No, it's not, Sugar Plum. These things are just stuff. Christmas is about love and we have quite enough. Oh, that is so sweet. That's really important to remember this year especially. Things might not be normal for us, but we have a lot of love in our houses. All right, looks like they're back home again. As snow gently fell, turning the earth sparkly white, I knew in my heart Christmas would turn out just right. Dad read us a book and gave us a kiss. It was my favorite story, and it began like this. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. That's how the real version goes. This was just a different version. So friends, you did a really great job listening for where the story was taking place, and it bounced around a little bit. It started at home, then they had to go to the mall because there was an emergency. They had to go to the Christmas farm, then they came back home, and then they had to go to, did I say Christmas farm? I meant to say the Christmas tree farm. Then they came back home, put the tree up with all the needles falling, but then the lights were broken. The bulbs broke, so they had to go to the mall, and then they came back home. So sometimes stories do that. Sometimes stories don't just stay in one place. They go and they go from place to place. And that's okay. And most of it kind of took place during the daytime. We know that because they weren't sleeping through the whole book. So it definitely wasn't nighttime, right? Great job with that. So friends, that was the story I wanted to share, the night before Christmas. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.